Andrea Shrestha, LuminAID. So we started LuminAID. It was just after the 2010 earthquake in Haiti, and my now business partner Anna and I were students. One of the things we noticed was that people didn't have a safe, clean source of lighting. Many people had to use things like candles and kerosene lanterns, which are dangerous and toxic. And so we just said, okay, as designers, how can we create something that would help the situation after an earthquake? And so we thought about solar as an alternative to the candles and kerosene lanterns. And we were students, so we prototyped our idea. We continued to work on it just as a project between us. And then at some point we decided, okay, this is a useful idea and that can maybe add something to like post-disaster relief aid. So in 2011, we started our business. We filed a few patents, and that's kind of how we got started.
You know, it's like a pillow. Was that the original design? How did you get to that point?
Yeah, so actually the original idea and design looked a lot like what it does today. So it's kind of this pillow shape, but really what we were getting at with that is just we wanted to keep it simple. And the idea was to just create something that could pack flat, fold up really easily, and could be distributed in large numbers, though like large numbers needed after something like a disaster. We've since come out with different shapes and sizes and colors, but that's the core idea is just solar integrated with an inflatable structure so that it packs flat and it's waterproof and it floats.
And it also dispenses the light very well too.
Correct. So we use, in addition to the solar, there's a solar panel, an LED, like two LED light chips, and then a lithium-ion battery. And so those LEDs, the LEDs we use are all really extra bright. And so you wouldn't want to use them without the covering. It's similar to any sort of lampshade or lantern.
Cool. The first application of it, was it for basically emergency relief? Because it seems like now you're more also kind of commercial a little bit too.
Yeah, so jumping back to 2011, at some point when we were ready with the prototypes of our idea and like had done a little bit more work on it, we soft launched the product through a crowdfunding campaign through Indiegogo.com. So people are familiar with Kickstarter. Yep. This was Indiegogo. And we had this idea initially for disaster relief aid, and also there's more than 1 billion people around the world that they lack stable access to electricity. So solar is a great alternative, in even when it's not necessarily after a disaster or an event in some places in the world. So we had in mind that it would be useful in those types of places, and also just for camping and outdoor recreation, and so other uses as well. So when we launched through that crowdfunding campaign, we ended up learning a lot about potential markets for where we could eventually sell our lights. And so one of them, and I mean, I guess our biggest market is just people buying it for use on camping trips, car camping trips, hiking, boating, since it's waterproof. And then a lot of our customers buy them for just their own emergency kits or their kits that they keep in their car, just in case.
Yeah, how have you managed the growth? I'm sure the growth has been pretty rapid.
Yeah, well, we have a really good team these days, so that's like tip number one. It's like surround yourself with really good help. And then, I mean, it is definitely a challenge to try and do something across so many markets and in so many channels. While it's a really good problem to have, it definitely requires a lot of kind of prioritization and strategy up front. But yeah, I mean, managing the growth has been good, and we've managed to kind of break through in a lot of the different markets we set out to tackle, even from the early days of the crowdfunding campaign, but with a lot of room to grow.
So how did you hear about the contest, and what made you guys sign up?
Well, we use FedEx. We ship all over the world, so using something like FedEx is very useful. And then I think basically just through their customer database, we get emails. So we got the emails about the contest. It's definitely not our first contest that we've entered, or kind of like these grant competitions, but we love every opportunity to share more about our story, engage our own customers and community, and yeah, so it's always a lot of fun.
And so have you done some like, disaster stuff? I mean, it's like, are these people like they call you up and it's like, okay, I mean, not, highlighting that part, but I'm just curious of like for you guys, what is the disaster relief kind of strategy? Because I mean, you've got to have, stuff on stock knowing that something could happen. How does that play into your, your business strategy?
So yeah, I mean, working within the disaster relief aid market is challenging because, like you said, you actually need to make sure you have inventory. So we do guarantee a certain level of stock for our key, larger NGO customers and partners. And then also the other challenge is just you have to be quick. So, and things are really unpredictable, obviously. And we rely a lot upon the organizations that we work with too. We try and like build those relationships so that, everything's in place, like communication or who needs, like how they get in touch with us. Again, we're always kind of working on building out, more aspects of that with our business. But yeah, it's a challenge, but it also is a really nice thing to be able to, have something that can help. Like when big disasters happen in the world, oftentimes I think people feel really helpless, and like that's kind of how we felt after the earthquake in Haiti. So now we can say like, okay, our product is being used all over the world to help people, which also makes a lot of just what we do day to day worthwhile. And that's kind of the larger scale NGOs when we work with them. But we work with a lot of great small charities and organizations as well. People who, even just like individual customers who come to us and say like, hey, I want to get like a box of your lights and take them on a trip. I'm going to, this country or this place where the people only have so much access to electricity. So through a lot of those types of networks, we've put our product all over the world as well.
Wow. That's fantastic. And I mean, I'm sure, I can actually see it in, like you said, those locations where they don't have electricity. Just being able to study at night, read at night, for those people, it's a game changer.
Yeah, and I mentioned some of the smaller charities that we work with. We actually have a program on our website called Give Light, Get Light, which is where some people are familiar with the like 1-for-1 models. Okay. So you can buy lights for yourself, and then and then you can also sponsor lights that we donate to a lot of really great charities and organizations. We typically rotate through them on our website, and a lot of those organizations work with kids. They build schools around the world, and so they basically just give kids lights that hopefully they're using to study, but whatever works.
Awesome. So how did you feel when you got the call and said, hey, you wanted a finalist and you wanted a winners?
It was a really nice feeling. By the time they had picked the finalists, the competition too, I really enjoyed just reading through all the other profiles of these really great businesses, and I know there were 9 other winners, so I'm excited, I think, at some point to meet everyone, and it's always great to exchange stories and best practices with other small businesses as well.
Yeah, this has been a very good educational thing for me to get to talk to all you guys, and it's been overwhelming. I'm in a new phase. I'm like, I got to talk to more business owners. Okay, I got to ask you the obvious question, at least for a fan of the show. You did go on the show. How did you get on the show?
Shark Tank?
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually, a lot of people ask us that. We just applied through the website, abc.com had a form. And this was back in 2014, maybe the end of 2013.
Kind of early. It went cool. I don't remember. Did you get a deal or not?
We did. So we got offers from all 5, which was pretty cool. And then we ended up making a deal with Mark Cuban.
Cuban?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. So he's our first investor.
And what are you going to do with your winnings?
That's a good question. I think so. We are definitely looking to, so we have a full-time team of 5, but we're looking to expand that probably to at least the 6th person. So I think that's a big push in that direction, a nice chunk of money to put towards hiring that next person. So
awesome. That is so great. That is, like I said, I'm so happy to speak with you. I thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right. You too. Take care now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.